Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the opportunity to serve. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utaptakanam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsh. So actually I heard that the train of devotional service runs on two tracks. The one of which is chanting the holy names, and second it is Vaishnava Seva. So thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me the opportunity to serve all of you, the wonderful saintly Vaishnavas. So I will try my bit for pleasure of all of you. So actually, last time what we discussed, the same theme I'm continuing ahead. Even Shankar Prabhu was mentioning. So the same point, I'm speaking on the same point because it is more important. That's why I felt that I should speak on it. So we chant and we know the difficulty. It becomes mechanical. We just want to get over it. After some time, what happens is it may start seeming to us that it is like a waste of time. For example, if because we saw that vicious loop last time, how we get into that trap. So one example is given of if a person wants to do the weightlifting. The senior devotees mentions on this. So the weightlifter tries to lift the weight, but after some time, if he thinks that, oh, why to put so much effort, right? So if he does it without putting any efforts, without lifting any weight, he's just moving his hands up and down, then there will not be any substantial growth in his muscles also. So later he may feel that why I'm doing this, it may seem to be a waste of time. So these thoughts may creep into us while our chanting also, and we may get habituated to this thing also. So and once this habit is formed, then it is very difficult to get rid of that habit of not chanting good, not chanting attentively. Actually, this japa, the process of japa is very short circuit. Like it can short circuit the whole process if we do it rightly. It is like a rocket ship to the back to Godhead if we do it rightly. So that is the big question mark. So what problem comes? Even last time we saw the law of attraction. Within that, one study of psychologists say that what happens while we chant is actually we want to get rid of that bad habit, that we want to chant attentively and want to focus on the chanting. So yes, it is difficult, but it is not impossible. So but because we genuinely try, and after genuinely trying we fail, so like the frustration comes, and what happens is that generates the thought that we can't do it, or it is very difficult to do it, or at the worst we start thinking that it is impossible to do it, that to see any tangible results in chanting, because last time we saw the results of chanting are not perceived immediately. So this may happen. So how to deal with this? So His Grace Mahatma Prabhu gives very simple, senior Prabhupada disciple. He says he gives very simple example on this, that even by that study of psychologists, he says that what happens is the belief created, that attitude created, that it is difficult and we can't do it. That belief causes the problem. Actually, the solution is very simple: to believe that we can do it. Whenever our mind says that to change this habit and do chanting properly, to focus on chanting properly, we have to think that we can do it. We can say that yes, I can focus on chanting the holy names properly. I can do things properly. It may sound very simple, but it is very crucial and very important, because that's what makes the difference, and it can help us a lot. Last time also we discussed how chanting is, the sweetness of chanting uh, can be uh, uh, can be uh, perceived slowly as per our experiences. We gather the convictions, and also by hearing from the devotees who are tested the sweetness, or who are testing the sweetness of holy name. We hear from that, we get the understanding of how sweet the holy name is. We actually, the very first verse of Madhurashtakam is Madhuram Madhuradyopi Mangalebhyopi Mangalam Pavanam Pavanebhyopi Harir Nameva Kevalam. So it is the sweetest of the all sweet things is the holy name. Of the things which are the most auspicious, it is the most auspicious, the holy name. Of the things which are the most purifying, the holy name is most purifying. Harer Nam Eva Kevalam. Eva Kevalam. There are two intensifiers here. Eva means certainly, and Kevalam only. So Maharaj Kulashekar and Srila Rupa Goswami in one of the famous verses say that they desire an imagination that they want thousands of tongues and ears to taste the sweetness of holy name. Actually, there is a cross-purpose connection in this material world, which is actually found. Actually, things in this material world which seem to be pleasurable are most of the times are not beneficial. And it's like, for example, the sweet things, the fast food, which may seem tasty, but it is not much healthy. And the things, food which may be healthy, which may not be actually sweet. So in that matter, actually holy name is both. It is pleasurable and beneficial, means it is sweet also and mangalam also. Mangalam means auspicious. Auspicious in the terms that what is going to bring it for us in future. It is going to bring us the liberation from the material existence. It is going to, and actually not only that, it is going to bring us the liberation to love Krishna. And actually, of all forms of holy name, of all forms of Krishna, holy name is the most accessible thing, because there are different aspects of Krishna. It may be deities, scriptures, or it may be dham aspect of Krishna. We may not be able to go to temple every time. We may not be able to go to the dham every time. Even so, they are not so accessible. But even scriptures are not much accessible to intellectually accessible to many of the people. So, but out of everything, holy name is the only form of Krishna which is the most accessible. It is actually called as, it can be said like it is the portable form of Krishna. We can carry it whenever we like. So, working on those two things, working on our attitude, actually, even Srila Prabhupada says the success of person in spiritual life depends on his attitude. And attitude while chanting can give us success in Japa. So, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.